Well, he pulls back out onto the track. We're waiting for Carl Edwards as he has gone a couple of more laps than everybody else in this front mix. The 32 of Reed Sorensen's in, Doc.
And we told you his story. Started back in 22nd, has driven it slowly and steadily into the top 5. Now comes on the pit road, was running in 2nd position. They have been battling a loose race car all day long. Major air pressure adjustment. Reed Sorensen down and away.
And here comes Carl Edwards as he gives up the race lead. Vince, he's all yours.
One of the advantages for the 60 of Carl Edwards is that the 2 cars in front and behind him have both wrecked out of the race, so it's an easy entry and exit for Carl Edwards. They remind him 3,900 RPM on the entry, no speeding on pit lane. It's a 4-tire change. He says the car's a little bit free, but it started to snug up in the middle late in that run. In general, he says the car is getting better and better throughout the day. This will take him to the end. Dave Burns.
Jamie McMurray had fallen back to the 6th position. Air pressure adjustment for a race car that is too tight. That'll be the only thing. No wrenches going in the car. Right now, we're hearing problems with the 60 car, guys.
He's backing it up.
Broomstick in those axles. Get a broomstick in those axles. We'll switch it.
You heard him talk about the axle.
It sounds like he broke an axle because he backed up. Must have dropped the jack. As soon as he dropped the jack on his concrete.
Check which axle it is. Check which axle it is.
Yeah, they got to find out which one it is. It's kind of hard to tell
there
sometimes.
It is, left rear.
Left rear. Take the cap off. Get the tools, take the cap off. We're going to take the cap on the other side. Take the cap off the other side. Feed it all the way through.
That axle's going to be in 2 pieces, and they're going to have to push it out. You saw that rod they have? They have to get both axle caps off, get the good axle out so they can actually push this rod through to push the broken axle with 2 pieces out of the other side.
With this happening under green, Carl has finished in the top 10 in all 6 prior races. The only driver to do it. It ain't going to happen today.
Not today. No, this is a big issue.
Here's the other irony. He has won 3 times here in the Cup Series, but has never won in the Nationwide Series here at Texas.
Well, there's been many times on pit road when you come down pit road, you see Kevin Harvick out there running. But when they come down pit road and you pit on concrete, that really gives a lot of bite to the rear tire. Seen a lot of guys break axles doing that.
Right. Let's go back and listen.
That's a timing thing. You let that car right off the jack right as you're letting the clutch out. A lot of pressure on those parts.
Well, you don't see that happen a whole lot, breaking axles. But like I was trying to tell you, these are extreme conditions.
And you can see the 60 crew taking the car behind the wall. Kyle Busch, a late race leader again. He's 1.5 seconds ahead of James Buescher, but Buescher has yet to make his stop.
Yeah, you see him pushing Carl Edwards' car behind the wall, and the reason for this is NASCAR doesn't let you sit out on pit road and make these kinds of repairs. If it's going to take more than a minute or so, they're going to make you go back behind the wall and fix it, and that's what they're doing.
Well, Kyle Busch has now led 100 laps in this race. In the last 3, he has led 88% of those laps. He won all of those.
Ask me.
We mentioned the fact that the 60 of Carl Edwards, they are working on it back in the garage area, Vince.
Yeah, they thought they were going to be able to fix it on pit road when they came back behind the wall. We're not. They've just come to the conclusion that when they put the new axle in, it didn't fix the problem. So Drew Blickensderfer, who you see there on his hands and knees, the crew chief for the car, now they believe it's the rear gear. So they're trying to come up with an official diagnosis there, but certainly a blow to Carl Edwards' championship hopes, as you mentioned, dropping down to 5th in the points at this point in the stage. But also, I think more than anything, guys, they thought they had a car that could challenge Kyle Busch today. They had been tweaking it just a little bit each stop. They felt like they had a really good, comfortable, fast race car to get them to the end, and they thought that stop was going to be their last and enough fuel to get to the finish. Not going to happen today.
His last DNF for Carl was back at Michigan last August when he crashed out of that particular race, and this will snap an 18 total race streak of top 10 finishes for the 60 car.